Hello people, welcome to Comfy Havoc number 2. My name is James Williams Jr. So I just looked at my reminder video, and my reminder video was really simple, so I'm going to try and keep it as honest as possible. Okay, if you're under the age of, crap, my clothes are still here. I'll take care of that later. If you're under the age of 15, please go watch something else. Because I may slip up and I may swear a little bit, and on a serious note, this is a serious video. If you're 15 and up and you can handle a little bit of mature language, that would be okay, but you should probably talk to your parents. If you're trying to break into this business of making movies, this video may be for you. You may be going through the same thing I'm going through, so without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so my name is James Williams Jr., you got that. I'm 5'3.5", I'm about 120 pounds. 25 soaking wet. I've been breaking into this business since 1999. There was a studio that came here to Virginia in Petersburg. I will not honor them by giving their name and free promotion when they wouldn't give me a snowball's chance in hell at getting a job. Which, I was 27 then, I'm 45 now. So that should tell you how long I have been struggling to get into this business. So when actors tell you that the struggle is real, it's no joke. The struggle is real. I'm living proof of that. Now, I don't know if I have a fear of success, but I know that every casting call I've ever been on has given me the finger. Not this one, but this one. Every one. And then I get the same thing from them at every one. And it's the same BS. And if you don't want to give me the job, say that when I come to the door. Don't let me come to 5, 10, 15, 20 of them when you have them every month. And the same people that have seen me every time and just don't want to give me the job. Stop me at the door. Don't waste my time. Because that's time I could be doing something else, trying to get into this business. Going out and making more videos, making more movies, doing things that make me happy. Because I only want to make movies because they make me happy. I'm not really into the fame and fortune. I would love the fame and the fortune. Let's not take that out of there, But for pure happiness, I want to make movies because they make me happy. And I also want to make movies so that I can have something to eat and teach Kung Fu for free. That's always been my goal for Kung Fu Havoc number 1 and for Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Being that I had some major setbacks. But anyway, at the casting calls, this is what they tell me. You're not a bad looking guy, James, but you're not what we're looking for. Because clearly no one wants a hero who's only 5'3". Let you guys understand this. If you are a true Wolverine fan, then you know that Wolverine is only 5'3". Canadian, yes. Not mutated Wolverine, but an actual human with Wolverine type callings, because that's his code name. But his mutant abilities is the healing factors and the claws. Now the adamantium came in, etc., etc. That's neither here or there, but just to put that out there, he's a 5'3" hero. There's a hero who's smaller than him that was on the same team named Puck. They were both on Alpha Flight at one time. Now, here's the thing. Hollywood doesn't have a lot of diversity when it comes to heroes in the first place. There aren't a lot of diversity in comic books. There's not a lot of diversity in TV. There's not a lot of diversity in movies. And I wanted to be one of the guys that made a difference, with the exception of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, whose stomping grounds are all over the place right now. And he's doing everything he can, but he's also not pulling in actors like me who are multicultural, which no one seems to give a shit because no one's writing stories about us. I wanted to change all that because all of my movies, the lead guy, myself, is multicultural. I live in both worlds. The problem with having independent films and no resources is I can't get people to play my parents. I can't get people to show up to work because when you're doing an independent film, most of it is free until it actually can make money. So, you have to send it off so that people will review it and see it, and then they'll probably steal your idea and give you the finger, and they'll make movies and you won't. So get your copyrights first, then send that shit off so that if they make money, you and your lawyers can slap them in the face with a $1 million lawsuit and you're going to get paid. Okay, so the studio I went to way back in 2000, because they promised us Hollywood East. Well, they got that half right. They have it exactly right, actually. Because in Hollywood, you don't get discovered easily. So why would you get discovered easily in Virginia? So this is how they slapped me in the face. I'm not a member of the family of the owner. and I wasn't a member of SAG. As a person who just started into that business, I never even heard of SAG. And I know you see those damn lights. Anyway, that's a running joke on this channel, just for anybody who's watching. So, you go to the casting calls all over Virginia. They have them in Richmond. They have them in Charlottesville, where I live. I wanted to bring a positive note to Charlottesville. I'm sure none of my videos are bringing anything positive to Charlottesville. Charlottesville's going to need some serious healing after the Jesse Matthews, after the Alexis Murphy, after the Heather Graham, after the Yardley Love. We've had some issues here. I wanted to bring some positive back. So I wanted to make movies. And this was before all of those incidences. I wanted to make movies because they made me happy. I really didn't care how much I got paid as long as I got paid. But I could save up my money, get my own studio, and go from there. Yep, epic fail there. So first let me thank all the people who's ever participated in my movies. My movies being Dragon's Breath, Fallen Dragons, Path of Ascension, Martial Art Weapons in its entirety, and then my webisode series, Guardians of the Earth, which is a follow-up to Path of Ascension. So, now you know the things I've been in. Good luck at finding them. Also, whoever has my Guardians of the Earth, all 7 episodes on my hard drive, please send that shit back. I live at 512 Rougemont, Charlottesville, Virginia. Just send it back. I'm not going to press charges. I know it was stolen. Just get it back. So I don't have to go through tons and tons and tons of these little DVR tapes to try to find footage to match what I have, because that was the best stuff I ever done in my life. It also was the thing that was supposed to put me on the map. So this is for when you get slapped in the face by the hands of fate. Double smack, actually. The hands of fate bitch slap me. It's like, tap, tap. Now back to the casting calls. I get, if you're not like a comedian, or their words are, if you're not funny, or if you're not like tall or female, we're not looking for you, because there's a list that they come to these casting calls with. So a lot of people, they go there. If you're like 90 years old, oh, yeah, we got you. You're going to expire soon, so we can make a couple of good movies that involve an old person with something funny to say. And then, after you die, screw you, we're done. And, a lot of actors haven't really had good careers until they reached their 50s and 60s. The late Jessica Tandy had an amazing career when she became old. If you haven't seen Cocoon and Batteries Not Included and other things, God, I'm old. But, you get that. So here's my thing. I want to do TV for one reason and one reason only. I'm guaranteed a check. If my show stays on, I'm guaranteed a check. Which is why I really would only prefer to do soap operas or kid shows, because then I'm guaranteed to have a good following, and I'm guaranteed that I'm going to get paid. Where if I do nighttime soap operas, unless I get lucky and become a regular, like on Law and Order or Supernatural, I know you see them damn lights! I'm sorry. Anyway. Damn it! Well, I'm not going to delete this video. Anyway. If I'm not on a show that's promising, it doesn't have to be on a promising network, but the show has to be promising for it to last. I mean, look at Doctor Who, look at Law and Order SVU. It's been the longest running Law and Order, even though it wasn't the first one. If they brought back Homicide when Yaphet Kotto was on there, and I got the job doing that, as long as, in Hunter, if I'm on a show that has promise, on a promising network, and I do my job and I do it well, then I'm going to have a successful career. Granted, when the studio that came to Virginia came, I knew that my prayers had been answered, because now I don't have to move to California. My dad was in bad health. He's dead now, so it doesn't really matter. My mom isn't in the greatest of health, who also, coincidentally, I just yelled at, so that probably didn't help one bit. I'll apologize to her later, but I shouldn't have to, because if you've watched any of my videos, when y'all hear me say, I know you see those damn lights, it means somebody has interrupted me. Saying that being said, when we go to the casting calls, when the studio came, I thought everything was going to come full circle. I thought everything was going to come full circle. So when I went to the studio, the first thing the studio told me, because YouTube didn't exist at the time, was go make a kung fu movie or whatever kind of movie you want. Send it to us. Well, they never sent it back. I sent the same movie to Sundance. Sundance not only sent me back the movie, they also told me how much I suck. Okay, that's a start. You are always going to have people who are going to like you and not like you. No matter how good or how bad your acting is, you're gonna have fans and you're not gonna have fans. You're gonna have fans, you're gonna have trolls these days. So you're just gonna have to deal with the punches and go with it. Now I never got my movie back, and that movie was Fallen Dragons. I can't make any more movies because under contract with the 7 people that work with me, the only way I can make a movie is I got all of them back. I don't know what I did with the contract, but I know what I did with my honor. I'm going to keep it. And the only way the movie can be remade is that all of them are bought out. I don't have the funds for that. So that's a movie that won't be remade while I'm breathing. Now somebody else can probably make it if they can find a script, if they can cast the right people. So they're gonna have a problem because the lead guy is supposed to be half Native American, half black, and half Chinese. Now I'm not half Chinese, but Native Americans are actually biologically Asian. So if you're Mexican, I'm sorry, guess what? You're actually Asian. But anyway, since I get mistaken a lot for Samoan, a Hawaiian, and a Mexican, there you go. So somebody who's mixed like that may be able to pull the role off. But you also have to cast their parents. The parents have to be, the father has to be Chinese, and the mother has to be half black and half Native American. Okay, so there you go. That explains the last name of my character being Lung, which is Chinese for dragon. Alright? Now, in the movie I have a half brother who's all Chinese. We're the same age. Daddy was tripping out. While Mama was on the reservation with me, Daddy was tripping out. Alright? So that's how that happened. Anyway, Dad is forgiven, and the brother who basically got everything, because I'm more or less, I was the married kid who was basically the bastard child, and he was the kid that got everything but was jealous of the kid that had nothing. That's pretty much the premise of the whole damn thing. And there's a couple of fights in there. Okay, there's a lot of fights in there. Anyway, I gotta find that so that I can find it and repost it. But anyway, we'll post it for the first time. That being said, I have potential to be great. The problem is, you only have potential until someone actually gives you a chance. Now, there was a movie that someone else was making, and had they not gotten to fighting amongst themselves, I had one job, one scene, and never got to do it. I practiced the Rey Mysterio 619 for like 3 months. Come time to film, bumped into the guys on the street. Oh, we're not filming because we can't get along, so we're sorry. It's the only audition I ever went to and nailed this shit. And I didn't even have to really act. I just had to tell them a story. So I told them the truth of what happened down at the Highline Pavilion when it was open, and how I seen these 2 beautiful ass Asian women in translucent underwear who have landing strips, for lack of a better term. Hey, they were dancing under the light. They popped out their 2 best friends up top, and they have landing strips down below. Okay, this is why I said if you're under 15, you probably shouldn't be watching this. But anyway, moving on. I told them the story. They said, you're hired. And I said, okay, am I a good guy or a bad guy? They said, you're kind of like the bad guy's bad guy. It's like, okay, I have no idea what that means, but I'm down. So what do you want me to do? They said, okay, well, this is it. You're not going to have a lot of speaking roles because we know about your martial arts skills. And I did do a demonstration. They said, can you do the 619? And I said, hell no. They said, can you learn it? And I said, hell yeah. So I watched a ton of SmackDown. And I found bars. And I 619'd the shit out of it. You know, every chance I got the 619. Now you guys call that shit part of parkour. But I 619'd the shit out of that thing, like I said, for quite some time. And then, when it came time to shoot, production was canceled. So that ended that part of my career to get started. And I'm like, well, damn, you know, I bust my ass on this 619. Hurt myself a couple of times. But I was ready to go. You know, that went to hell in a handbasket. So then I started making independent films. And they have all been epic fails until I got the idea of doing Guardians of the Earth. And when we did Guardians of the Earth, everything was great until my friend who was supposed to put special effects in it decided that he's going to take it to Alabama and do it down there instead of just telling me no. All is forgiven, but the words no have power. And if you tell people no, if they're really your friends, they can accept that no and be done with it. You guys would actually know who I am if I had successfully got this thing up and running on my YouTube channel before Google had bought YouTube, and I didn't have a Google account, so I no longer have control of Kung Fu Havoc 1. So if you want to see a lot of Kung Fu stuff that I did, you can go watch it there. I'm planning on getting back control of that. I just got to figure out what my password is for my Google account that I had to put on that. Long story. I'm not a techie, okay? So I have no idea what I'm doing. But I will hopefully get control of that channel again. And I think it may have more followers than this channel because they don't know I'm the same guy. Not that they can't tell. This ugly face with long hair versus that ugly face with short hair standing on a freaking damn dragon that got burnt down by one of the neighborhood kids. Anyway, I know that was a little bit long-winded. The thing is, acting is a tough business to get into. It is an easy business to get out of. If you don't mind job shaming, it is a very easy business to get out of. It is a tough business to get into. It is a tough business to stay in. And it's time for me to go into my fears of acting and success. And that will be in the second part of this because this thing is 16 minutes long and that's 15 minutes of your life that you just can't get back. Be seeing ya.